Hey guys, I'm at Locals getting a deck profile of what deck is this?
This is Yosenju's.
Oh, this is new. All right, let's hop in. Let's see
Okay,
what
so
it's all about.
this is the stun variant of the deck. So we play 3 ones. This guy, they all have the effect that they can extra normal summon. All the commons do. So this guy lets you compulse a face-up card in the field as long as you control another Yosenju with a different name. So we run 3 of those. Then we run 3 of Comma 2. He lets you attack directly, and then the only thing is the battle damage is halved. So he works out great with 3, which we'll get to in a second. But like I said, all of them have the effect normal summon. So I can play floodgates and it doesn't hurt a lot in this deck. The last one is 3,3. He has the effect, he's a searcher, that when any other Yosenju besides himself does damage to your opponent, he gets to add a Yosenju card, which lets me add the trap card or any of the monsters. So he works out actually great with number 1 or with number 2, because 2 attacks directly, and then 3 will get his effect. So that's one of the big plays in the deck. And if you can get at least 2 to 3 of these in your hand with different names, you can do quite a bit of damage to take almost half your life points out. The last one I run, or the last main effect monster I run, is 2 of the guy, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Basically, he has 2 effects. He's the only one that cannot have an additional normal summon, but he makes it where when he's face up on the field once per turn, you can target another Yosenju, including himself, and they gain 1,000. Or during damage calculation, you can discard him, and a Yosenju card you control gains 1,000. So, and it's nice. His effect is a discard. It doesn't have to be sent to grave. So I can run D5 macro and it still works with his effect. And then I play 2 of the left pendulums. Honestly, the pendulums have the effect that whenever they're summoned, they switch to defense automatically. And if they're switched to defense while an effect monster, my Yosenjus cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. And then if they're in the pendulum zone, they make it where the Yosenjus cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and instead destroy this card. So the biggest reason this is in the deck is for the trap card, because trap card claims you have to have all Yosenjus on the field, and this counts as one. So you can activate it during your opponent's turn. So that's the basic monsters. There's not many of them. For spells, I played 3 Tinky. Tinky searches out everything but the pendulums. So this deck has a bunch of search power because you have Tinky, you have Pot, that will actually feed through the deck and get what you want. So, and a lot of times I'll go first turn with this, which I'll show a little bit later why I always do it first if I have an option. So we have 3 Tinkies, 3 MSTs just for any back row. This deck actually doesn't hurt to vanities, but skill drain really hurts the deck. So I gotta be able to get skill drain off the field. That's the main reason I'm playing 3 of them. 3 Dualities. This deck can play Duality without negging at all, because everything in the deck is a normal summon. The only time he's special in the deck is if you go into the extra deck. So this is a great card. And then 1 D-Fi. Honestly, it doesn't. All these go back to the hand, and when they hit grave, it's no big deal. Snatch Steal, because I heard stealing's pretty good for the game. 1 Raigeki, because it destroys your opponent's field. And Raigeki D-Fi, Raigeki Macro is an amazing 2 cards. So next we have 3 Yosenju Barrier. This is the Yosenju secret move. What it does is if I control a face-up Yosenju card and only Yosenjus, I get to negate a spell, a trap, or a monster effect. And it's not once per turn, so I can do it as many times. That's the main reason why I actually run. Let me get them. I actually run the pendulum, because you can put the pendulum on the field, and during the end phase, like I said, they all go back to the hand. So this is still live though, because you have the trap card. So, and then play one of the biggest floodgates of the format, Vanities. This deck doesn't hurt by Vanities, and I wouldn't say anything else. It's actually today I was playing against Necros, and I went through all 3 of these in the game. He didn't special once the whole game. So this card is amazing in the deck. 3 Mirror Force. This is kind of overkill, I guess you could say, but I do run macro, I do run D-Fi, which it helps a lot. And then the fact that they don't stay on field. this kind of keeps me protected for a turn. The fun card. Necros hated this card today. I activated anti-spell, and he basically couldn't do any of his rituals when he needed to. He had to set them for a turn and give it. So this card basically, that's why I like going first, is because I can go Tinky, I can go Pot of Duality, I can do all that stuff, and then activate this, and my opponent cannot do anything. And this hurts Pendulum summons also, Pendulum-based decks. And then we have some staples, which are Compulse, Bottomless, and Solemn. They're all staples, and they're fine in the deck. And the last card is Macro, because I can run Macro, and it does not hurt the deck at all. So that's the main deck. It's 40 cards. Extra deck, it's not completely complete right now, but all it is just basically Toolbox rank 4. So basic stuff like 101, Illuminescent Knight, Photon Pappy, which if you like it, you like it. Cowboy, Exciton, 103, Castell, Dweller, and then I'm running the Harpies because we don't have the number 16 Shockmaster, and this is a level 4 that requires 3, and you can get some nice direct attacks in with it. So anything else that's basically rank 4 based, you just put in. Yeah, I don't have the Shidori. I'm not paying the price on Shidori.
Alright, that concludes the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. So what do you think of Yosenju? Like, I mean, I know it's newer, but it does pretty well, I think, against older decks. What do you think about it? Or at least the stun variant?
The stun variant, it's not, I'm trying to make this one where it's set for Necros and Quiloffs, because those are becoming the main 2 decks of the format. The actual variant, though, it's beaten every other deck that's not main meta, and it's beaten the meta quite a bit. The big thing is they have a card that lets you bounce any face-up card in the field. So if they have a floodgate that somehow stops you, and you can bounce the card, you can instantly get it off the field, or you can get big monsters off the field. That's one of the biggest things I like about the deck, and the fact that they constantly normal summon. It's a mechanic you don't see as much now as you used to.
Alright, well, that's the profile. Hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks again.